Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so glad to be on this hop today celebrating the new Meraki mini release. This release is full of products perfect for Mini Slimline cards. We all have grown to love Mini Slimline cards. And if you want some more inspiration, make sure to hop along. I will have all the information in the description below. And you can go to the next video after watching this one. There's also a giveaway, so make sure to follow all the instructions to enter that. Now I'm starting out by stamping a bunch of images from the Martini on the Rocks stamp set by Crafty Meraki, and I'm stamping those in VersaFine Onyx Black ink onto Canson Mauval 200 GSM watercolor cardstock. Now I'm using my Misty to stamp all these images out, and that way I can stamp it twice to make it nice, as Laura Besson would say, and she just happens to be the next person on this video hop. I embossed everything with WOW Clear Gloss Superfine Embossing Powder. That will give a nice finish to it, and it will make it really easy to color in later. And now I can work on my background. I used the 3-room studio Mini Slimline die by Crafty Meraki to cut my background panel. And this cuts 3 windows, and I taped those in place on the back with purple tape. And then I can ink blend on a nice blue ombre effect. All the inks I used will be listed in the description box below. I'm working on Clairefontaine DCP 250 GSM cardstock, and this is great for smooth ink blending. Now I'm not worrying too much about this being smooth because I'll add some splatter later, I'll even add some stenciling too, so I just want the entire panel to be covered in ink. Now while I'm ink blending, just a few things about this new release. There are so many fun products in this one. I love all the Mini Slimline dies because I fell in love with Mini Slimline cards, so that works out. And I love the stamp sets. They're all so cute. All the Crafty Meraki designers and guest designers in this video hop, but also in an Instagram hop later this week, will show you a ton of inspiration with the new release. So that's definitely to come, and you can look forward to that and a few giveaways as well. And while you enter the giveaways, I can try to understand how on earth I got lucky enough to be in a video hop with all these talented creators. Now, just again, in the description below, you can find all the information on how to enter this giveaway, and I'll also include some information on when the Instagram hop is and how you can stay tuned for that. Now, the stencil I'm using is also by Crafty Meraki. It's part of this new release, and it's the Mermaid Slimline die. I just cut it out of a patterned paper I have that was really glossy, so it's perfect for ink blending, but you could also cut it out of thick cardstock or just out of acetate. And I'm only blending a couple of spots on there to give some more interest to my background. And now I get to color all of these fun images from the Martini on the Rocks stamp set. I love these mermaids. They are so adorable and so unique. The one cuddling the seal is just, I mean, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm keeping the coloring fairly simple because I have a lot of images on this card, so it's already a pretty busy design. And if the coloring is too busy or too contrasting with a lot of shading, I worried that it might be a little bit too much. I'm coloring these in with my Magello Mission Gold watercolors and a super fine paintbrush, which is just what I prefer. You can use a larger paintbrush if you can work with that. I find that this is easiest for me. Now the mermaids are obviously my focal point for this card, so I am making those brighter, and I'm keeping the colors for the other critters and the little shells and the seaweed. I'm keeping those a little bit more muted. And a fun thing I'm doing in the coloring as well is I am doing an ombre between 2 colors for the tails of the mermaids and for the hair as well. So I just start by coloring one color and blending that out into nothing with clean water. And then I can go over that with another color. And because watercolors are transparent, when I put the yellow on top of the pink of her hair, it will make an orange. And this is a super easy way to blend between two colors. And I'm going to show you that one more time with the second mermaid. And I'm blending that with purple and blue. I just put the colors down because I wanted them to be a little bit more dark. And then I can blend them with a little bit of clean water. Now, of course, I couldn't resist adding splatter. And I'm using a bunch of metallic paints from Finetech. This pink one is actually one that shifts color between pink and teal, so it's really cool on this card. And I'm using an actual teal as well and some silver. And I think the silver really adds some nice highlights to that background as well. Once that was completely dry, I stamped a sentiment on there using my Misty and some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And I'm also clear embossing this so it matches my line art of the stamps nicely. Again, I'm using the Wow Clear Gloss Superfine Embossing Powder. I put a bunch of foam tape on the back of that panel, and I'm propping that up on my card base. I folded my card base open so it would lay nice and flat, and I could make sure it was straight on there. And once that's in place, I can just glue in the little windows with some Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. And right now the stenciling looks a little bit harsh on there, but it will soften out because we put a lot of images on top, and that will make it appear less bold. The cover dies in this Meraki mini release are so gorgeous, and I can't wait to use all the other ones. This is probably one of my 3 favorites. I know I can't pick one favorite. And spoiler alert, but I'm using my second favorite on my card for the Instagram hop, so make sure to stay tuned for that on Friday. Of course, you all know, just like Laura Besson, I love dimension, so I already propped the frame up on some foam tape, and now I'm also propping all the images, the mermaids, the critters, the seaweed. I'm propping all of that up on some foam squares as well. Of course, before I adhered everything down, I tried my layout first, just moving the images around a couple of different ways, and then I picked which one I liked best. Now I can make my super simple matching envelope with some patterned paper. This is again double-sided patterned paper, and luckily the patterns both match my card. I'm using the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board for this, and then I'll trim off the excess on the top and bottom flap with my paper trimmer. Now we're almost at the end of the video, so I just want to reiterate some information on the giveaway. You can win $100 of Crafty Meraki products. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. Everything is linked in the description below. You have to like this video and leave a comment on each stop on the hop. The more comments you leave, the more chances you have at winning. So that's really great. And you can find the next video linked in the description and also the previous video. I love this card because I love mermaids and I love Mini Slimline cards. So I hope you like it too. Make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel and follow all the instructions for the giveaway. Of course, make sure to check out all the other creators on this video hop. I've seen a couple of their projects already and they are amazing. I can't wait to see the rest of them.